I'm the Paper Panther, and this is my guide card, part 1. We will be using the Tags, Bags, Boxes, and More Cricut cartridge and the Bones and Skulls embossing folder from Cuttlebug. Here is what the front of the card looks like. The stamp in the front says Destination Unknown. The stamp in the inside says Far, Far Away. The key is Grunge Board, and everything else I will show you how to do. This all started as white cardstock except for the red piece on the front and the piece of leather. The string was also white. This opens up. It kind of looks like a burnt piece of leather, but it was white cardstock. And it says, I will always believe in you. Here's a closer look at the inside image. Okay, here's what you will need. You will need 2 5.5 bevel top, either shadow or blackout, just so it doesn't cut the hole in it. One for the front and one for the back. And that is basically what the card is made from, is the tag. The inside is the 4.5 inch bevel top, again shadow or blackout. And I'll show you how to cut that down later. But see, it's the same size, it's just cut down. And for the front, the little piece of leather, I did a 3.5 inch round top 2 on the Tags, Bags, Boxes, and More cartridge. I tried to make it look like it had been burned as a burned scroll from a pirate kind of a feel, and the back too. It was fun to do. Okay, let's get going on this. First you need to emboss the 2 large 5.5 inch bevel tops. Take your 2 large pieces and emboss them with the embossing folder. I used my Sizzix Texture Boutique, and I have that on other videos, so this time I just thought I'd have it already done. Now take your Stampin' Up! Black ink, or any dark black you may have, and I just push so that the raised portion of the embossing gets the black ink, so that the white stays pretty true to itself. And it smudges, and that's just fun. It's kind of I like it a little bit grungy, more of a distressed look. And I try to fill in the middle parts a little bit more with the black, but see how cool that looks. And then you're going to spray it. This is walnut ink from Ranger, and just in a mister. I've had this for like 8 years. And then here's just a little bit of glimmer mist. It's shimmering mist, Radiant Rain, and it just gives it a little shimmer, not like the Tattered Angels mist. This is for a guy. It doesn't need to be sparkly. Just give a little bit of shimmer, more of a remnant of gold, or not glittery glitz. Okay, so I'm just heating it up with my heating gun so it dries faster. And then I'm just cleaning up my little mat with a baby wipe. The next step is to get the red on there. I just used a bookmark and just ripped it up. It was the perfect size, and I'm making 10 of these for Card Club. But it's like basil, so it's textured, and then I just put it through the embosser, and now I'm inking it up because it needs to show off its little skulls. And now I use my fingernail to mark where I'm going to cut with the Fiskars, because I'm terrible at measuring things. And the fingernail works great. It's never failed me. And so I'm just inking up the edge, and now I'm going to rip the sides. I didn't end up doing that on all 10 of my cards because I was running a little bit behind, but I really liked the edge. Now I'm going to make the string. This is just kite string I got from the dollar store years ago, and I'm using the same walnut ink. And there was Tattered Angels black on there already, so I'm just mixing it in with that. It doesn't have to have that. It's just, it was already dried on that grunge board packaging where I like to spray my things. And I really want to saturate the white so that there isn't any, or there's minimal white showing. And it's just a cool, fun look to do. It just makes it a little bit more authentic looking, I suppose. So go ahead and tie that around the middle of the red piece and leave enough room so that you can tie on the little scroll that you're going to make. Okay, take the round top 2 and the 3.5 inches and just ink the edges. I'm using Distress ink, just the vintage photo, and now I'm going to throw on some black and I want to kind of leave room in the middle where I think I'm going to stamp. So I don't want it too dark. Here's the same walnut ink stain kind of spray. And I'm just going to let it soak for a minute, and then I take my little trusty craft tweezers and I crumple up the paper so it's nice and kind of just distressed. And I use my heat tool again, my boring heat tool that needs some bling on it. And then I'm going to roll it up and just rip the edges off while it's still kind of damp. I think it gives a cooler edge to it than just a dry rip. And then I go ahead and dip it back into the walnut ink and dry that up more. And I can kind of tell where I'm going to stamp. It's a lot messier on the back side, see there? And I'm going to even make it messier. Okay, I really wanted a kind of a smoky look, like it's been on fire and smoked. So I'm going to add more vintage photo to it, and I'm also going to add more black. Probably after it's dry, I'll even add even more. But just get the creases, make it look like it's been folded a long, long time. It's a really old look. So fun to do. And then I really see how the black just makes it look like it was burning. Get a dark, dark black ink. You can't go wrong with dark, dark black ink. Stampin' Ups is fun. Okay, so make sure it's completely dry before you stamp it. This says, "I will always believe in you." It's Stampology, and I bought a bunch of clear stamps from Roberts from Stampology on sale, and they're fun. Okay, now stamp it right in the middle, and then roll up the scroll and tie the string into 2 knots, and then make a little loop around the scroll and tie it again. It's just a fun look. Very cool. Yay. Okay, now just make sure that's down tight. I'm just trying out that new tape thing. I'm not sure I like it. My Martha Stewart scallop circle punch. It's fun. I use it all the time. And then I just take the clear stamp and put it on the back of another stamp again. And I stamp this purposely off center, even though I can't seem to get the clear ones completely right all the time either. Go around the edges sporadically with black ink. And then I got this Stampology stamp set, or stamp pad, and it says Onyx on it. And it's kind of more of a gray color. I don't know if mine was dried out. And of course add vintage photo, but don't do it all the way around. Just fill in little holes with it, just so it's tattered a little bit looking. And then pop dots and dimensionals. I love them. They're so fun. Pop it up. Okay, that's the front of the card. Now you're going to attach the 2 tags together. There's a little strip of red there that I'm going to have to cut off, I think. Or did I already? Anyway, I don't have a crocodile. Every time I go to buy one, I remember I have a silent setter at home. So I talk myself out of it, because this is a pretty smooth doohickey if you ever come across one. They were on sale at Roberts for $1, I noticed this year. I don't know if they still are, but I think I spent $5 on it on sale before. It's great. I don't have a problem with it at all. It works for what I need it to. And the little eyelets, they are from Making Memories, and there's just a bunch of colors. Ooh, the leather. I found this at Hobby Lobby in the bead section where the necklaces are, the scouting necklaces too. Anyway, it was not very expensive. It came as like a long rope. And I just got a text, sorry. Anyway, just tie your scroll onto the string and then bend back and crease the card so that it's a tight open. And I will show you the inside of the card in part 2. Again, this is Paper Panther from Purple Peep Techniques. Thanks for watching.